Hey guys, I'm in the process of washing my hair, so don't judge too much. Hair grew a little bit or whatever. Anyway, I just finished watching episode 1 of Solo Leveling because Buddy keeps, insisting that I watch it. I checked it out. I'm sorry to say episode 1 was not a gripping thing for me. Like, I know a lot of people swear by Solo Leveling. A lot of people swear by it. And, I obviously won't pass judgment until I get at least 3 episodes down. But so far, this has got to be one of the weakest, first episodes I've seen in a while, honestly. It was very weak. There was nothing, super engaging that drew me to the world. I mean, the world building does seem to be, sound, right? There's hunters and there's monsters or something. It looks pretty interesting. On paper, it sounds very interesting. But watching it, something just wasn't clicking for me. I don't know if I'm just the type of person where I have to, warm up to everything. The only first episode that ever, hooked me from the beginning, there's 2 series. There's Shingeki no Bahamut, Rage of Bahamut, and then there's Tokyo Ghoul and Attack on Titan. Those first episodes were just, and especially Attack on Titan, obviously, right? Those first episodes are just so, bow, you know what I mean? Just so impactful that you have no choice but to be gripped and, completely holy shit, I have to watch more. Solo Leveling, I'm watching episode 1, I'm I could go without ever watching episode 2. I can go without it. There's healers, there's monsters, and there's hunters. And then there's ranks for that. The exposition for that was the worst exposition I've seen in a while. It was just narrator, There are several ranks. There's S, there's A, there's B, there's C, there's D, and there's E, which is the lowest, or whatever. Okay? There was no more natural way to introduce that concept. At the end, we did get, a little bit more of, natural character exposition, where this main character, forgot his name already, Jisoo or something. He was a hunter. We don't know how he became a hunter. Who knows? That might be the secret or whatever. That might be the twist, or who knows, right? So I'm not saying hey, we don't even know why he has these powers, but we do know what he's fighting for. He needs money for his mom who's in the hospital and his sister who's in college. I like that. That's good. That's solid. Hospital has been done, tried, true, and old. Everybody does that storyline, but the sister in college, that's pretty refreshing. That's pretty new. So he is kind of acting as this man of the house, which is pretty cool. But overall, yeah, the beginning just didn't grip me. That little fight in the beginning. The one part that was good was oh, okay, so there's healers, right? That being revealed in the beginning, I feel was pretty good and got my interest a little bit more than just watching a battle of scorpions, whatever the hell, and random people that I don't give a shit about. What happened to starting the episode with a day in the life, but this is the day it all goes wrong? What happened to episodes like that? What happened to it's your first episode? The first thing I want to see is the character that I want to care about. That's the way I feel. That's the first thing I want to see, right? In Don to Don, right? Somehow my storage was full, even though whatever, who cares? I like this healer character with the red hair and the bangs. I think she's pretty cool. I like the fact that she's feisty and fired up. I like how she's bro, you're weak as fuck. I just healed you. Do you know how much time and energy it takes to heal you? And you want to go back in here for some money? Do you know how long you were in the hospital and I had to heal your ass? Cuts, internal, external. So I like her. I like somebody with some backbone, you know what I'm saying? He seems pretty cool too. I like how he was you know what, I already know I'm weak as fuck, but at the end of the day, I gotta get paid. You know, so he does seem to have a pretty strong reason to want to be fighting. So I get it. There's the fat guy who has like a second child on the way. I feel like he's going to be a fun character. Yeah, I'm not really understanding the rules. I don't know how these stone knights are somehow moving around, killing people. I don't get it. But hey, it is just episode 1. That's what you're here to watch episode 2 for. I'll make my final judgment if I like the show, if I think it's good or not, by episode 3. But as of right now, it's like the niche that Solo Leveling is in is very heavily saturated. So what makes Solo Leveling stand out among so many other animes that are literally just like that? So I guess that's what I'm going to be looking for. And if I can't find that wow factor that makes this, I guess, a separate entity from, okay, common monsters versus hunters, you know, bounty hunter, like Shingeki no Bahamut, which is one of my favorite animes, probably my second favorite or third of all time. Watch Shingeki no Bahamut. Anybody who ever gave me an anime recommendation, you better watch Shingeki no Bahamut so we could talk about it. Anyway, you know, bounty hunters against demons. And they're these monster troll-like looking things. So this is even fucking Dandadan, right? Like, kids against fucking spirit ghouls and aliens. It's like all of these humans versus aliens / monsters / animoids sort of things. It's like very, very saturated, very densely saturated, oversaturated market. So I need to see what stands out in this anime specifically. And so far, I do want to say that we have 3 characters so far that I think we're supposed to care about. I don't give a fuck about any of them yet. Like, I really don't. I would say my connection to them is like a pinch stronger than my connection to Momo and Ken from Dandadan. So they did a little bit something more right here, like the dynamic between this girl with the red hair who's a healer and this guy with the black hair. It does seem like it's a little bit more well established in this first episode. It's this kind of caretaker, responsible girl taking care of the hot-headed guy who he has no choice but to do this. And she cares about him so much. And you can just, you know, they really utilize the dialogue well, because you could tell she's like, bro, what the fuck is your problem? Like, I love you. What are you doing? You know, you can feel the love and the passion she has for him through the dialogue. So I feel like the dialogue is very fucking effective. Even though I'm watching the dub and I think it's absolute ass, the sound design is fucking terrible. I don't know if there is like, y'all, I was looking for Japanese, but then I was like, wait, isn't this Korean? So obviously that wasn't there. So I don't know where to find the Korean version. Let me know if the dub is the reason why I was kind of pulled out and wasn't really fucking with the first episode that much, because the sound design is really fucking awful. And I'm saying that's so dead ass. The sound design is absolute like shit. Like, it sounds like, you know, like, oh, okay, like, oh, there's a horse riding somewhere. Like, as if I'm doing all the sounds in the same room with the voice actors doing their words. Like, all at the same time. Like, one take. That's what it sounded like to me. And I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, I feel like I could have dubbed that show based on episode 1. Anyways, that is it for this video. I will definitely be back tomorrow and either Dandadan or Solo Leveling video or both. Who knows? Thanks for the rec. I guess we'll see if I'm presently pleased. In 2 days, right? By the third episode, I'll have an answer for you. So this first episode, I'm definitely going to give like a 6.5 out of 10 just because the exposition was so fucking, hi, I'm a narrator. This is what's happening in this show. Pay attention to this. And the fight at the beginning was so like ass, in my opinion. It was badly rendered, in my opinion. I'm sorry, like, I'm just giving all of the, it looked kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. Like, and then the voice acting, they use the same fucking voice actors for every fucking thing. The main character's voice, I've definitely heard him in like 30 other animes, but that's besides the point. 6.5 out of 10. Closer to 7 than to 6, but definitely, hopefully the next episode's better and like a lot better, like tighter writing, tighter, like do not waste a second of screen time. Because why am I watching a lobster fight for the first like 7 minutes of this episode? And you might say, hey, it was only 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, well, it felt like 7. That's how detached I was from it.